Chapter 1. Introduction to ESFJ Personality Type. The ESFJ personality type is distinguished by their warmth, kindness, and great desire to help others. ESFJ is an acronym that stands for extrovert, sensing, feeling, and judging. Extroversion is the first trait of ESFJs. They are extroverted and social. They appreciate being in the company of others and thrive on social relationships. They're often the life of the party and like making new friends. Sensing is the second trait of ESFJs. This makes them more likely to pay attention to details and sensory information. They are keen observers who are in sync with their environment. Feeling is their third trait. They are sensitive to the emotions and feelings of others. They often prioritize the needs of others before their own, and they are loving and kind. They place a high priority on harmony and work hard to create a loving and harmonious environment. Judging is their fourth trait. They are extremely ordered and structured. They prefer making plans and following routines, and they thrive in environments with clear expectations and standards. They are trustworthy and responsible, and they take their responsibilities seriously. Characteristics of ESFJs. ESFJs are very sociable people that like being around others and thrive on developing and keeping strong relationships with others. ESFJs are friendly, kind, and loving, and they cherish harmony and collaboration in their relationships. They are sometimes referred to as people pleasers because they go out of their way to make everyone around them happy and pleased. ESFJs are also very empathic, having an instinctive capacity to sense the emotional needs of others. They have a great grasp of human emotions, which they utilize to form close bonds with the people in their life. ESFJs are often sought after as confidants and counselors because they can provide both emotional support and practical advice. ESFJs are very organized and detail-oriented. They thrive on discipline and routine and have a natural flair for project planning and execution. ESFJs are often found in jobs that need a high degree of organization and attention to detail, such as event planning, human resources, and project management. ESFJs are known for their sense of responsibility and obligation. They take their responsibilities seriously and are always eager to go above and beyond to guarantee that they perform their duties. You can depend on an ESFJ to be a loyal, supporting, and empathetic presence in your life if you are fortunate enough to have one. ESFJs are also known for having a strong sense of tradition and adhering to social rules. They cherish consistency, and they often seek solace in the familiar. This may make them seem averse to change since they see it as a threat to the existing order. Although ESFJs, with time, can discover new ways to welcome change into their life as they get older. ESFJs are known for their exceptional communication skills, especially in personal relationships. They are frequently quite skilled at interpreting nonverbal clues and understanding other people's emotions, allowing them to tailor their communication style to the occasion. They are often sought after as team members because of their ability to connect successfully with a diverse range of individuals and form strong bonds within a group. ESFJs are incredibly creative and imaginative people. They may offer a fresh perspective to their job and are often able to devise new solutions to challenging problems. ESFJs may find creative outlets in areas such as art, music, or writing, or they may integrate their creative abilities into their profession in different ways. ESFJs often participate in volunteer work or other types of community service and love contributing to the well-being of their community. They are often civic-minded individuals who may participate in local politics or other types of community involvement. ESFJs are often able to remain cool and collected even in high-pressure situations, making them essential assets in industries such as healthcare, emergency services, and law enforcement. ESFJs have a strong sense of responsibility and duty as well. They take their responsibilities seriously and are often regarded as dependable and trustworthy people. They have a strong work ethic as well. ESFJs have a strong sense of ethics and a drive to do the right thing. They embrace honesty, fairness, and justice and are often strongly involved in social initiatives that promote these ideals. ESFJs approach conflict resolution in a practical and realistic manner. They can assess a problem objectively and choose the most practical and effective solution. ESFJs are family-oriented. They are often prepared to make sacrifices to help people they care about, and they are capable of taking on leadership roles when necessary. They are often seen as community pillars and their efforts are greatly valued. Chapter 2. ESFJ's Weaknesses. One flaw they have is their inclination to put other people's need above their own. ESFJs often prioritize the needs of others before their own, which may result in exhaustion and resentment over time. They may also struggle to establish boundaries and say no, which may lead to overcommitment and burnout. They also have a tendency to avoid confrontation. Because ESFJs put a great importance on social harmony, they may postpone addressing difficulties or expressing their personal demands in order to preserve the peace. As unresolved problems accumulate and produce stress, this might lead to resentment over time. ESFJs may have trouble with decision-making. They often rely on their emotions and the views of others to influence their decisions, which may lead to hesitation or difficulties making autonomous decisions. Also, because they like stability and predictability, ESFJs may struggle with change or uncertainty. ESFJs may struggle with creativity and innovation. They may be averse to change or new ideas that vary from existing standards because they cherish tradition and stability. This might restrict their capacity to adapt change, and it can make it difficult for them to think outside the box or come up with new ideas. They may also be hesitant to advocate for themselves or negotiate for what they want, and as a consequence, their needs may not always be addressed. This might lead to anger or dissatisfaction, particularly if they do not feel acknowledged or repaid for their efforts. ESFJs may struggle with self-care. They usually emphasize the needs of others and may overlook their own self-care for the benefit of others. ESFJs must learn to prioritize their own well-being to maintain relationships and fulfill their goals. Another flaw ESFJs have is their tendency to become too dependent on the praise and opinions of others. To feel comfortable or valued, ESFJs may need validation or acceptance from others, which may lead to worry or self-doubt if they do not obtain it. To avoid being unduly reliant on the views of others, ESFJs must acquire a strong feeling of self-worth and confidence. ESFJs also have the tendency to feel overwhelmed or anxious in stressful or emotionally charged situations. They may be sensitive to criticism, making it difficult for them to keep their cool in such situations. To preserve their well-being, ESFJs must acquire coping methods to deal with stress and emotional overload. ESFJs may have difficulty accepting criticism or feedback, especially if it is regarded as a personal assault. They may take criticism personally, which may have an influence on their confidence and self-esteem. They may also have difficulty making judgments that are not in line with the expectations or values of people around them, which might restrict their capacity to follow their own goals and ambitions. Chapter 3. ESFJ Cognitive Functions. 1. Extrovert feeling, FE, is their dominant function. The goal of this function is to foster understanding and peace in the social environment. Being very sensitive to the feelings and needs of others, ESFJs often put the welfare of others above their own. They are thus very sympathetic, caring, and skilled at managing interpersonal relationships. This function helps them to have social awareness. ESFJs are very aware of social signals and cognizant of the emotional climate within a group. They often take action to ease tension since they are quick to notice when others are unhappy or uneasy. It also makes them value-driven. They often base their choices and behaviors on what is ethically or emotionally suitable for the group, as well as what is socially acceptable. This makes them seek for justice and societal peace. This function helps them to be people-focused. They often take on jobs that enable them to support and nurture others, like teaching, counseling, or caring, since they are driven by a desire to help others. ESFJs like working in teams and take pride in forming and sustaining cohesive, cooperative teams. On the flip side, this function also makes them very sensitive to criticism. 2. Introverted sensing, SI, is their auxiliary function. Introverted sensing counterbalances and supports their dominant extrovert feeling. Recalling and analyzing previous events to guide judgments in the present is the work of introverted sensing. Since ESFJs often depend on their own experiences to make sense of the world, this function offers them a strong feeling of continuity and tradition. This function helps them to be detail-oriented. ESFJs have a keen eye for detail and a propensity for vividly recalling past events. They are good at remembering certain information, events, or sensory details from their past, which aids in structuring and arranging their present. This function also makes them like routine. They often favor familiar settings and regular behavioral patterns because they feel more at ease in routine and stability. They are thus very good at upholding customs and adhering to rules. They are observant and considerate in their relationships with others because of their capacity to recall particular details, like birthdays. This function also makes them value customs and traditions. They often feel obligated to maintain them in cultural contexts, familial situations, or community duties. Their inclination for planning and routine is also influenced by this function. 3. Extrovert intuition, NE, is their tertiary function. This function is less prevalent than their main and auxiliary functions and emerges later in life. Extrovert intuition is in charge of investigating prospective future events, trends, and possibilities. It affects how ESFJs approach new circumstances and solve problems. This function makes them like exploring possibilities. ESFJs may utilize extrovert intuition to investigate new ideas. Their extrovert intuition may sometimes cause them to consider future possibilities and inventions, even if they are often more focused on the past and the present. ESFJs often use this function to identify patterns in the outside world and draw relationships between concepts that don't appear to be connected. Even though they aren't usually seen as innovators, ESFJs may become more imaginative in their approach to problems, particularly when their other functions are collaborating to adjust to changes in their environment. Even though ESFJs tend to be more conservative, they may be receptive to new ideas if they are presented in a way that is organized, understandable, and consistent with their traditions or beliefs. 4. Introverted thinking, TI, is their inferior function. This is an area where the ESFJs may face challenges. Introverted thinking is focused on analysis, internal logical consistency, and impartial, dispassionate comprehension of systems and ideas. Since ESFJs are more concerned with interpersonal relationships and harmony than impersonal, abstract logic, introverted thinking may not seem as natural or comfortable to them. Introverted thinking encourages ESFJs to analyze information and concepts more deeply. Introverted thinking may show up when ESFJs find it difficult to think clearly or logically. Complex or abstract thinking may make them uneasy, particularly if it goes against their morals. ESFJs may eventually come to appreciate and incorporate more methodical, objective reasoning into their decision-making process. As a result, they will be more equipped to solve problems by balancing their social and emotional concerns with greater intellectual understanding. Over the course of their lives, ESFJs usually strive to improve their introverted thinking function, eventually striving to strike a balance between their social sensitivity and a more analytical, logical approach to people and situations. Chapter 4. ESFJ and Love Relationships. In romantic relationship, they prioritize their partner's needs and make an effort to understand and support them. ESFJs are aware of their partner's emotional needs and will go to great lengths to make them feel appreciated and cherished. They are also good communicators and will actively seek feedback from their partners to ensure that their needs are being met. ESFJs are highly conventional, and they often have a clear idea of what a romantic union should look like. They respect consistency, dedication, and loyalty, and are dedicated to making their relationships work. ESFJs are often attracted to partners that share their beliefs and are prepared to collaborate to establish a solid basis for their relationship. They appreciate making their house a warm and inviting atmosphere and will go out of their way to ensure that their partner is comfortable and well cared for. This may result in ESFJs taking on too much responsibility and feeling overwhelmed. Therefore, it's critical that their partners acknowledge and appreciate their efforts. ESFJs are practical and action-oriented people who like taking care of their partners, but they may repress their own needs in order to preserve peace. ESFJs are ideal companions for individuals who value their warm, loving, and caring personality attributes. ESFJs like mingling and bonding with others, and this is true in romantic relationships as well. They often flourish in relationships where they can spend quality time with their partner, participating in shared activities and building their emotional bond. ESFJs cherish tradition. They may have particular expectations for their partner's conduct or beliefs about gender roles. While this may bring stability and structure in a relationship. ESFJs must stay open-minded and adaptable in order to satisfy their partner's preferences. ESFJs are highly generous and sensitive to their partner's needs. This might, however, lead to them forgetting their own needs or being too reliant on their partner for approval and support. ESFJs may also have difficulty with establishing appropriate boundaries or articulating their demands properly, which may lead to misunderstandings. ESFJs must emphasize self-care and self-reflection, as well as speak freely with their partner about their emotions and needs. ESFJs have a strong sense of duty and responsibility. They may feel obligated to keep the relationship going, even if it isn't gratifying or good for them. This might result in ESFJs remaining in a relationship for too long or compromising their own happiness to meet the needs of their partners. ESFJs put a high value on keeping their house clean, tidy, and inviting. They may take on the role of housewife, preparing meals, doing housework, and providing a warm and comfortable environment for their lover. ESFJs may also like entertaining friends and family at home and taking satisfaction in organizing events or gatherings. ESFJs may also find it difficult to receive criticism or feedback from their partner. They may see criticism as a personal assault and feel defensive or offended as a result. ESFJs should concentrate on creating a healthy attitude to feedback, seeing it as a chance to learn and grow rather than an indictment of their character. They should also concentrate on developing a strong sense of self-worth and self-esteem so that they do not believe their value is primarily determined by their ability to satisfy their partner. ESFJs will benefit from being aware of their partner's needs and from not believing that their own style of expressing love and affection is the only correct approach. ESFJs need to be adaptable to their partner's communication style and love language. ESFJs often put a great priority on social and familial bonds. They may wish to include their partner in their social and family lives, as well as spend time with their partner and loved ones. This may foster a strong feeling of connection and community inside the relationship, while also allowing for shared experiences and memories. ESFJs may also benefit from devoting time to developing their own personal interests and hobbies, allowing them to add their own distinct viewpoint and experiences to the relationship. Because both couples have hobbies and passions that they can share with one another, this may assist to establish a more dynamic and rewarding relationship. One possible flaw for ESFJs in love relationships is their avoidance of confrontation. For fear of upsetting their partner or destroying the peace of the relationship, ESFJs may be cautious to bring up tough issues or communicate their genuine sentiments. However, ESFJs must learn how to communicate effectively and assertively in romantic relationships, as well as how to work through any problems or obstacles that may emerge. ESFJs are known for their tremendous empathy and ability to read other people's emotions. This may be a great quality in a love relationship, since ESFJs can frequently detect when their partner is unhappy or distressed and can give comfort and support appropriately. In their love relationships, ESFJs will benefit from being more open to new experiences and viewpoints. They may have a propensity to keep to old patterns and ways of doing things, which may lead to relationship stagnation or boredom over time. ESFJs may need to push themselves to try new things with their partners and be more open to new ideas and opinions. Another issue that ESFJs face in romantic relationships is a predisposition to codependency. They may become too reliant on their partner for validation and acceptance, making it difficult for them to feel comfortable and confident in the absence of regular reinforcement. Perfectionism is another possible difficulty for ESFJs in love relationships. They may have high expectations for themselves and their partner, and when those goals are not realized, they may become excessively critical or demanding. This may cause stress and conflict in the relationship, since their partner may believe they will never be able to live up to their high expectations. To solve this, ESFJs need to concentrate on being more adaptable and forgiving. Instead of continuously striving for perfection, they need to exercise self-compassion and learn to accept themselves and their partner for who they are. The ESFJs in work and social relationships. In the workplace, ESFJs are very organized and detail-oriented. They are often the first to offer for administrative duties, and they have a strong feeling of duty and responsibility. ESFJs are also noted for their ability to operate effectively under pressure and for their capacity to adapt to change. ESFJs are extroverted and love being around other people. They are often the life of the party, and they have a gift for making people feel at ease and involved. ESFJs are noted for their warmth and friendliness, and they are generally the first to provide assistance to people in need. They are also very devoted to their friends and family, and will go to great lengths to ensure that people they care about are properly cared for. ESFJs are superb team players and social butterflies because to their warm and loving demeanor. However, ESFJs must remember to take care of themselves and to establish limits when required. They will be more productive and successful in their personal and professional life if they do so. ESFJs are often attracted to occupations that enable them to put their great communication skills and desire to serve others to good use. They could flourish in jobs like customer service, human resources, or social work. ESFJs may also be effective in administrative professions because of their attention to detail and excellent work ethic. ESFJs are frequently the ones who bring people together and foster a feeling of community in social situations. They like organizing social gatherings such as parties or gatherings, and they are often the ones that make everyone feel welcome and involved. ESFJs are superb hosts and social butterflies because they can read social signs and understand the needs of others. ESFJs may excel in jobs that require them to cooperate with others and work toward a shared objective. They could be good at resolving disputes and creating solutions that benefit everyone. ESFJs are also frequently quite trustworthy, and they can be relied on to keep their promises. ESFJs may struggle with taking chances or moving outside of their comfort zone at times. They may prefer to remain with what they know and be cautious to attempt new things. ESFJs may like activities that enable them to interact with people in social contexts, such as team sports. How to build a good relationship with ESFJs. It is critical to acknowledge and value ESFJs' yearning for building relationships. These people thrive on meaningful relationships. Therefore, making time to communicate with them on a regular basis is critical. Make an effort to attend events and activities that they ask you to. When interacting with an ESFJ, it is critical to be present and sensitive to their emotional needs. Take an interest in their life and actively listen when they express their views and emotions. Remember that ESFJs cherish emotional expressiveness and enjoy it when others do the same. Because ESFJs are recognized for their strong sense of ethics and devotion to doing the right thing, being genuine and direct is critical. If you have a challenge in your relationship, discuss it with them politely and work together to find a solution. It is critical to acknowledge and value ESFJs' contributions to the relationship. Recognize their efforts and show thanks for their generosity and assistance. Remember that relationships are a two-way street, and taking the time to appreciate and affirm your ESFJ partner or friend may go a long way toward ensuring a healthy and rewarding relationship. ESFJs frequently flourish in orderly and predictable environments, and they like it when others respect their demand for stability. This includes being on time, keeping promises, and respecting boundaries and expectations. It's also vital to understand that ESFJs may struggle with disagreement or criticism since they seek peace and collaboration in their relationships. If you need to address a problem or offer feedback to an ESFJ, do it in a constructive and courteous manner. Avoid making personal assaults or allegations by using I phrases to describe your emotions. Keep in mind that strong relationships are founded on mutual respect and understanding. ESFJs cherish honesty and authenticity, and they enjoy when people make an effort to grasp their point of view and speak freely and honestly with them. Chapter 5. ESFJ Careers. Here are some jobs that are ideal for ESFJs. Social worker. Because ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others, social work is an excellent job option for them. They may assist people or families in navigating difficult circumstances and connecting them with resources to enhance their lives. ESFJs make excellent elementary school teachers because they are natural caregivers. They take delight in helping kids learn and develop by providing a loving and supportive atmosphere. Human Resources Manager. ESFJs are very organized and succeed in tasks requiring close attention to detail. They may assist organizations in recruiting and retaining top people, managing payroll, and ensuring that workers are satisfied and effective in their employment. Event Coordinator. ESFJs are natural hosts who like bringing people together. They may flourish in professions that demand them to organize and execute huge events, such as weddings, conferences, or corporate events. ESFJs have a great desire to serve others, which makes nursing a good job option for them. They may work in a range of healthcare settings, such as hospitals or clinics, and give exceptional treatment to patients by using their empathy and attention to detail. ESFJs are good communicators and may succeed in positions that entail cultivating client connections, managing media relations, and designing marketing strategies. Accountant. Because ESFJs are very organized and detail-oriented, accounting is an excellent job option for them. They may utilize their knowledge to handle financial records, evaluate budgets, and advise customers on financial matters. Interior designer. ESFJs have a strong aesthetic sense and like designing attractive places. They may excel in professions that demand them to design and decorate homes, workplaces, or public areas. ESFJs are natural caregivers and may succeed in professions that require them to assist people with speech and language difficulties. They may work in schools, hospitals, or clinics to assist patients in improving their communication abilities. ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others and may thrive in professions that demand teaching the general public about health and well-being. They may plan and administer health education programs in government agencies, charities, or healthcare institutions. Executive assistant. ESFJs are extremely organized and detail-oriented, making them excellent assistants. They can make appointments, handle communications, and keep the office running smoothly. Client service representative. Because ESFJs are strong communicators, they may flourish in professions that require them to manage customer relationships. ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others and may thrive in positions that require them to generate funds for charity organizations. They may utilize their communication abilities to cultivate donor connections, arrange fundraising events, and maintain donor databases. Real estate agent. ESFJs have strong interpersonal skills, making them ideal for a profession in real estate. They may assist consumers discover their ideal house or sell their present property. Community organizer. ESFJs are deeply committed to making a good difference in their community. They may succeed in positions that demand them to organize community activities, advocate for social change, and network with community leaders. Nonprofit manager. ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others and may thrive in professions requiring nonprofit management. They may be in charge of fundraising, volunteer management, and program creation to ensure that the group meets its objectives. ESFJs are natural carers and may flourish in professions that demand them to assist others in determining their professional path. They may assist clients reach their professional goals by providing advice on job search techniques, career advancement, and skill training. Chef. ESFJs like cooking delectable dishes for others. They may flourish in positions that entail cooking and kitchen management, such as working in a restaurant or establishing their own catering company. ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others and may thrive in professions that demand them to provide exceptional dental care. They may work in dental offices, where they can employ their meticulous attention to detail to ensure that patients get excellent dental hygiene treatments. Social media manager. Because ESFJs are outstanding communicators, they may manage social media accounts for businesses or people. They may develop content, manage followers' connections, and evaluate social media stats to increase engagement. Physical therapist. Because ESFJs are natural caregivers, they might succeed in professions that require them to assist patients in recovering from injuries or diseases. Occupational therapist. ESFJs have a strong desire to serve others and may thrive in positions that demand them to assist patients in overcoming physical and emotional challenges. They may work in hospitals or clinics, developing tailored treatment programs. ESFJ workplace qualities. One of ESFJ's primary assets is their ability to connect with people. They have outstanding communication skills and are sensitive to the emotions of their coworkers. This makes them excellent team players and helps them to form deep bonds with their colleagues. Because they can foster a feeling of camaraderie and mutual support among their colleagues, ESFJs are sometimes seen as the glue that binds the team together. ESFJs are also very structured and accountable. They have a strong work ethic and take satisfaction in doing duties properly and effectively. As a result, they are extremely dependable team members who can be relied on to fulfill deadlines and provide high-quality work. ESFJs are also natural leaders. They have a strong feeling of duty and are acutely aware of their team members' needs. As a result, they are excellent managers who can encourage their teams to reach their goals. ESFJs succeed in professions requiring diplomacy and negotiation because they are adept at finding common ground and resolving issues in a manner that is satisfactory to all parties. ESFJs are very adaptable and may change their approach to work to meet the demands of the team or organization. They are also open to criticism and may utilize it to better their performance. As a result, they are useful team members in dynamic work contexts where objectives and goals may shift quickly. They take their obligations seriously and are driven to succeed. This makes them very dependable and trustworthy team members who can be relied on to keep their promises. ESFJs are often seen as role models by their coworkers and may motivate others to achieve their full potential. They are also good at fostering a good and supportive work atmosphere. ESFJs are very empathic and have a great desire to assist others. They often go out of their way to provide a welcoming and encouraging environment at work. This is especially useful in high-stress workplaces, where a pleasant and supportive environment may assist to decrease stress and boost productivity. ESFJs are also excellent communicators, able to successfully communicate their views and ideas to others. They have a natural capacity to connect with people and establish rapport, allowing them to articulate their thoughts in a manner that others can understand. This enables them to collaborate well with others and operate as part of a team. ESFJs also have good organizational abilities, allowing them to successfully manage their time and resources. They can prioritize their jobs and execute them on time and efficiently. This makes them effective team members in tasks that need meticulous attention to detail and the capacity to handle many projects at the same time. ESFJs are also known for their ability to operate effectively under pressure. They can stay cool and collected under pressure, allowing them to make informed judgments and execute well. As a result, they are excellent team members in fast-paced environments or positions requiring the capacity to handle complicated problems. ESFJs are also good at conflict resolution. They are good at listening to opposing viewpoints and finding common ground. As a result, they are good at managing teams and fostering a good and productive work atmosphere. Advice for ESFJs on how to thrive in their jobs. 1. Improve your communication skills. As an ESFJ, you have a natural ability to connect with others and understand their needs. To advance in your work, you must improve your communication abilities. This means not just listening to others, but also clearly and assertively expressing your own views and beliefs. 2. Seek and learn from feedback. It is important to seek feedback from coworkers, bosses, and clients in order to develop in your job. Positively accept constructive criticism and utilize it to learn and develop. Always get feedback on your performance and strive hard to put the advice you hear into action. 3. Be organized and efficient. You are likely to be detail-oriented and meticulous as an ESFJ. To succeed in your job, you must be organized and efficient in your work. Prioritize your duties, efficiently manage your time, and utilize technology and tools to optimize your work processes. 4. Develop and maintain relationships. ESFJs flourish in jobs that need them to build and maintain relationships with others. Spend time getting to know your coworkers, clients, and customers. Maintain contact with them and good relationships even long after the job is over. 5. Seek personal and professional development opportunities. Look for ways to broaden your knowledge, abilities, and experience if you want to advance in your work. Attend conferences, seminars, and training programs to gain new skills and keep up with the newest trends and advancements in your industry. 6. Accept and adapt to change. The world is continuously changing, and occupations are no exception. To succeed in your work, you must accept change and be adaptive. Be open to new ideas, technology, and methods of operation. 7. Practice self-care. It is essential to exercise self-care in order to be effective. Allow yourself time to rejuvenate and relax. Participate in things that provide you pleasure and contentment. Set boundaries and learn to say no when necessary. Chapter 6. ESFJs as parents. One of the most important traits of ESFJ parents is their ability to establish a regular schedule for their children. ESFJs are naturally structured and appreciate order and regularity, which may be quite beneficial to their children. Children of ESFJs may have defined routines for dinner times, sleep, and other daily activities. This may help youngsters feel safe and develop a sense of predictability, both of which are important for their emotional well-being. ESFJ parents are also noted for being very sympathetic to their children's emotional needs. They are great listeners and are always eager to listen when their children need to communicate. ESFJ parents also exceedingly love their children, lavishing them with physical contact and verbal praises. This may aid in the development of their children's self-esteem and confidence. ESFJ parents place a high value on their children's social development. ESFJs are natural extroverts that thrive in social situations and often have vast social networks. As a result, they encourage their children to build good relationships with their classmates and provide opportunities for socializing. ESFJ parents often engage in community events and urge their children to join in team sports or other group activities. ESFJ parents may overindulge their children, allowing them too much freedom or failing to hold them responsibility for their conduct. ESFJ parents may also struggle to enforce rules when necessary, since they may favor harmony above discipline. ESFJ parents place a high value on their children's emotional well-being, social development, and the formation of disciplined routines. They are warm, empathic, and loving, bringing comfort and stability to their children. They may, however, have trouble with creating and keeping boundaries. The strengths of ESFJ parents lay in providing a loving and supportive environment for their children, but they may need to focus on imposing discipline and establishing boundaries to ensure their children grow into responsible and well-adjusted persons. ESFJ parents are highly family-oriented and appreciate other people's views, particularly those of their loved ones. As a result, before making choices that may affect their children, they may seek advice from family members, friends, or other trustworthy sources. This may be a helpful quality since it helps people to evaluate many points of view and make well-informed judgments. However, it may result in a lack of assertiveness and an over-reliance on the views of others, which may jeopardize their parenting efficacy. ESFJ parents often take pleasure in their parenting duties and may find considerable joy in nurturing and caring for their children. They are often quite interested in their children's life, whether via school events or extracurricular activities. ESFJ parents are also highly supportive and encouraging of their children's hobbies, frequently going above and beyond to assist them in pursuing their interests. One possible problem for ESFJ parents is their propensity to get too engaged in their children's life. While they may mean well, this might result in a lack of autonomy for their children. ESFJ parents must find a balance between being active and helpful in their children's life and enabling them to grow and achieve independence. ESFJ parents are extremely compassionate and understanding of their children's emotions. They are quick to console their children when they are sad and work hard to keep the home atmosphere cheerful and encouraging. However, ESFJ parents may avoid disagreement in order to preserve home peace, which may occasionally lead to a lack of discipline or responsibility. ESFJ parents are also acknowledged to have excellent communication abilities. They are good communicators and have a gift for listening to their children with empathy and compassion. They are excellent at detecting nonverbal clues and can tell when their children are distressed. This may make their children feel heard and respected. ESFJ parents are extremely caring, and they may overprotect their children. While this is a desirable feature, it may also be detrimental to their children's growth and development. ESFJ parents need to concentrate on allowing their children to make errors and learn from them while still providing the support they need to achieve. ESFJs appreciate family traditions and may try hard to instill a feeling of belonging in their children. They are often the glue that binds the family together, and as a consequence, their children may feel a strong connection and allegiance to their parents. ESFJs have a great desire for their family to get along and may strive hard to maintain healthy relationships with everyone in the home. This may be quite advantageous to their children since it offers a feeling of stability and security in the family. ESFJs can read their children's feelings and react with care and compassion. They often foresee their children's needs and offer them the assistance they need. This may make their children feel understood and cherished, which can strengthen their bond and make them feel safe. ESFJs cherish tradition as well and may strive to develop a feeling of cultural or familial identity in their children. They value family activities and traditions such as holidays and family meals, and they may seek to instill cultural or religious customs in their children. This may assist their children in developing a feeling of belonging to their family and cultural heritage. ESFJs may be resistant to change and want to keep to old habits and customs. This might make it tough for their children to experiment with new activities and ideas. ESFJ may need to focus on being more flexible and open-minded, as well as encouraging their children to try new things and pursue their interests. ESFJs as parents are also skilled communicators and may prioritize straightforward and open communication in their relationships with their children. They are excellent listeners, enabling their children to express themselves without judgment. This may help their children feel understood and valued, as well as build the parent-child relationship. ESFJ may also be extremely active in their children's education to help them succeed academically. They may participate in parent-teacher conferences and assist their children in developing healthy study habits and academic abilities. ESFJs may also appreciate extracurricular activities and encourage their children to engage in a range of activities to develop their skills and interests. In a nutshell, ESFJs as parents are loving, caring, and supportive people who value family. They may have difficulty establishing boundaries and helping their children to develop their own sense of independence, but with self-awareness and a desire to learn and grow, they can create a loving and supportive home atmosphere that allows their children to flourish.